Hi, I'm Mary Grace Evans, Assistant Vice President of Community Relations at Redstone Federal Credit Union. In just a few moments, we will be sharing some exciting information on a partnership between Redstone and the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library. Keep watching, stay tuned, in just a few moments. Thank you.
Good. Hey, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Wonderful. My name is Fred Trustee. I'm with Redstone Federal Credit Union. I'm very happy to be here on this monumental occasion with Redstone Federal Credit Union and the Huntsville Library Foundation. So before we start and everything, I want to introduce and acknowledge some of our elected city officials. Of course, from Huntsville, we have Mayor Battle. Welcome. We also have, from Huntsville, we have Jenny Robinson from Huntsville City Council. Richard Showers, Huntsville City Council. Will Crawford, Huntsville City Council. Then from Madison, we have Mayor Trulock. We have Tommy Overcash, City Council. Phil Williams, Madison County Commission. Phil Reddick, Madison County Commission. And all our elected city officials, please welcome. And I'd like to do now is turn it over to Mr. Joe Newberry, who's the President and CEO of Redstone Federal Credit Union.
Well, good morning. This is a great morning, and I want to welcome all of you for sharing this morning with us in this very exciting announcement. Somebody asked me earlier this morning, he said, how did all this happen? And at Redstone, we always like to have storytelling. So I'm going to give you a brief story and relate it to something. And that story goes like this. A lot of us in this room have fallen in love at one moment or time in our life. You know how that is. You just kind of wander around, you look for that special someone. You get a lot of advice from some people, a lot, and then after you find that one thing, that one person, you start asking a lot of questions and get more advice. And then all of a sudden, one day you wake up and you're just in love. So let me give you a story of the love of the Huntsville-Madison County Library that happened. As most of you know, Redstone Federal is celebrating our 65th anniversary this year. And we have been living that philosophy of people helping people for 65 years. You know, our roots started right there on Redstone Arsenal in Madison County, and we're very blessed to be part of this very growing and vibrant community of what the Chamber calls a smart place. The credit union's always been governed for 65 years by a volunteer, non-paid board of directors. In my opinion, we've got one of the best board of directors that I've ever served on. They really get governance. They truly believe in the motto of people helping people. And they demonstrate their fiduciary role by sitting there and talking about, they even have a strategy, being a positive change, a catalyst for positive change for our communities. One example of this is what they put in our mission and vision statement. Those words in our mission and vision statement are helping and improving, and the word community is both in our vision and mission statement. So Our board of directors is led by Mr. Dave Hargrove. Dave, raise your hand. He's our chair. Our chair of governance is Terrence Clay. Terrence. Charlene Brueggemann, I think there she is. She's also, and did I miss anybody else? Huh? Yeah, Dawn Stanley. Is Dawn here? There she is back in the back. Dawn, thank you for being here. Board members. And so, you remember when I was talking about falling in love? I think the advice that people give you, that part of it. So I want to brag a little bit on our governance chair, Terrence Clay. Because last year, Mayor Battle told me in an event, he said, I don't know, Redstone does a lot for the community, but I really don't know what would happen to Huntsville and Madison County if it wasn't for Redstone Federal Credit Union and Bowling Corporation. Remember that, Mayor? And so we always talk about what else can we do to be a positive change for the community. But Terrence is always wanting to stretch the envelope out. He's always asking, you know, it's our 65th anniversary. We need to do some big wow. And we kept searching and searching, just like when you're trying to fall in love. And he really stretched us. At every board meeting, he would always talk to us about we need to find that special something. Not only for today, for the next 65 years. So when Beth Sybil, Kim Lewis, and Michelle Johnson tried to set up a visit with us, we kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And I think it was Beth, or it might have been Kim, I can't remember. I saw them at a chamber function and they said, Joe, you really need to meet with us and get your team. This is very important for our community. And so we did that, and that idea that Terrence and the board had all recommended kind of gel together. We started talking to our executive staff, and the board 100% supports this initiative. And so that is we are in love with the library. You know, many of us remember going to the library, but the libraries of today embrace this technology that we all have. That's a very important part. But one thing that's always been important, even way back, and that's a lifelong learning. And that kind of message with our goals at the credit union that is always about lifelong learning. And they do a great job of reaching out to the individuals and families across this economic status, or whatever economic status you are in life. So today, I join our board of directors, our volunteers, and our wonderful employees, which many are here today, to announce that Redstone Federal Credit Union will donate $2.5 million to the Huntsville Library Foundation toward its capital campaign to build 3 facilities in North Huntsville, South Huntsville, and the city of Madison. So I'd like to invite the chair of Huntsville's board of directors for the library, Cutter Hughes. And you want to bring everybody else up here too, Cutter? Sure. Okay. All right. Laura Bess, executive director, Michelle Johnson, the marketing director, and Christine Tabarrow, chair of the Huntsville Library Foundation, to present this larger version of what the smaller check will be for $2.5 million.
Joe, it's sincere thanks that I greet this wonderful gift that you've given us. I speak for our board of directors, our staff, and our administration, and we can only acknowledge acknowledge what an extremely generous donation this is, and how grateful we are that we have a forward-looking financial institution such as you are to take this wonderful step to help the citizens of Madison County and our library system. I must say that it's been a true joy to hear the great news about all of these updates on the award, and it's also a special treat to get these cheery messages from Laura McCamey. I think she has no peer in ability to deliver cheery messages. The three libraries that Joe has talked about, I think, are going to be magnificent libraries. As you know, our downtown library is virtually overwhelmed at the current time. And the one in North Huntsville, which I think is going to be absolutely magnificent, is going to provide 10 times the amount of services and space that the current Bessie K. Russell branch provides, which would be absolutely wonderful. I think the South Huntsville branch, which will occupy the old Grissom High School site, is going to be a magnificent improvement to the existing Bailey Cove branch. And Madison has always been a gem, but it's going to become even better and even larger. I think they're all shining examples of what 21st century libraries should be, not just books, but literacy programs, workforce development, exciting innovations in the cyber area, and many other sources of information that are available free to any resident of this county, which I don't know of another organization that still does that to that level and provides that much enrichment for the entire population. In any case, we very gratefully acknowledge the donation. We're overwhelmed by it and look forward to a much brighter future because of it. I would now like to call up the chairman of our Library Foundation Board, Christina Tapro, with a few words. Thank you again.
Thank you, Cutter. Good morning, and on behalf of the Huntsville Library Foundation, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Redstone Federal Credit Union for this historic donation to benefit the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library. As Foundation board members, this is the moment we dream of and that we work toward year after year. And so we are absolutely thrilled to be here today and to see this come to fruition. If you didn't know, this is the single largest donation ever made to our library. So thank you. At this time, I want to take just a quick minute to acknowledge the Foundation board members. If you're here, if you would just raise your hand, please. Thank you to them. They are also a As has already been mentioned, the funds from this donation are going to go toward 3 capital projects, 3 new buildings for North Huntsville, South Huntsville, and Madison. And as you've also already heard, these 3 locations are shining stars in their neighborhoods. They promote workforce development, literacy support, STEM opportunities, you name it, they do it in their respective communities. And so this donation from Redstone Federal Credit Union will allow future generations to continue to benefit from what these libraries offer in an even greater way. So thank you to Redstone Federal Credit Union for recognizing the relevancy of the library in today's fast-paced world. Redstone has long been a supporter of the foundation and the library. This is nothing new. This is a continued relationship, and we are grateful for that. And we look forward to that continued partnership in the future. This gift gives us a huge boost on these capital projects. We still have a lot of work to do, and we're going to need the support from throughout the county, but we just want to say thank you for this incredible gift from Redstone, for being a generous leader in this endeavor. We are so appreciative. Thank you so much. And now I want to welcome Michelle Johnson. Michelle is the Director of Marketing at the library. We would not be here if it were not for her hard work and the work of the Capital Campaign Committee. So thank you to them.
Good morning, and thank you, Christina. Thank you to the foundation, to the board, and my amazing campaign committee. Our committee chair, Kim Lewis, in her absence, as well as Beth Sipple, Mrs. Hugini, Teresa Foley-Batts, Barbara Jones, and Delois Smith. If you all would raise your hand, thank you so much for all of your support. When I met with Joe Newberry over a month ago, I was not sure of what to expect, but this wasn't it. So thank you, Joe, for taking the time. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the vision of the library and responding in such a profound manner. Thank you, Redstone Federal Credit Union. The library plays a very relevant role in our community, with over 1 million visitors every year to our 12 locations and over 35,000 kids participating in our summer reading program. Your library is the #1 library in the state of Alabama in so many categories. And while we are #1 in many categories, we fall to number 128 as it relates to funding. And so partnerships such as this are very important in responding to community challenges related to literacy and workforce development. And it's these partnerships that are needed to help us to continue to grow and meet the diverse and demanding needs of our community. We still have more fundraising to go to finish those 3 libraries, but I am certain that with the help of our community, we will accomplish our goal. We are your library, we are your future. And by supporting the library, you are supporting a future filled with opportunities for the people of Madison County. And I cannot leave the podium without also thanking our mayors, Mayor Battle, the mayor of the city of Huntsville, and Mayor Trulock, the mayor of the city of Madison. It is because of your vision and your seed money that all of this has become possible for us. And so I want to invite you both to the stage and to have words. Mayor Battle.
Thank you. And first thanks has to go to Redstone Federal, to the board of Redstone Federal, to the employees who actually make the money so that the money can be donated by the board, to the president, to everybody who is part of Redstone Federal. You are really a team and you're a partner in this community. So I was telling Joe, time and time again, every event you go to, you see where Redstone Federal has a presence in there. It's part of the partnership of this community and makes this community a better place. They give not only their presence and their time, but they give their money. As we see today, and we've seen time and time again, they have given money back to this community. Our library is one of the most important things that we can have in this community. It drives our young pre-K children to an education level that we would never have. It drives our students who are in high school and elementary school. Gives them an educational opportunity both in reading, literacy, and in that digital and technical world. And then it drives a further education of all of us, those who are out of school, or those who are in college, and those who are beyond college years. We can go back and we can have a learning process ourselves, and that learning process starts at the library. Something very, very important. This city has supported the Huntsville-Madison County Library, and in fact, it's the top of our outside agencies. We give the most money to the library of anybody out there, $3.6 million a year. And that is something that is very important that we continue to do, that we continue to provide that seed money, that foundation money, the money to help us keep a #1 library in place. But beyond our seed money, we have to have that partnership, and that partnership today is shown by the partnership that we have with Redstone Federal. And Joe, again, thank you so much. This drives our building plans. This makes us be able to expand to not a 20th century library, but a 21st century library. That is what Huntsville deserves. and Madison County. So thank you so much.
Well, as Mayor Battle said, this is a great day for our cities, a great day for our libraries, and a great day for all of our citizens. For those who are not aware of the city of Madison, we actually, about 20 years ago, we built a library there for our citizens, and it's been tremendously successful and great for our citizens. Ms. Sarah Sledge is in the back. She runs that library for us, and she does a great job. So that was 20 years ago, and that supported the population 20 years ago. Fast forward today, much bigger city, and a lot more demand. So Sarah has routinely said, the good news is our citizens really love our library. The bad news is our citizens really love our library. So she said, we need a lot of help. So with Sarah's help and our department heads and our city council, we said, you know what, we're going to build a new library today. Not because we need it today, but also for the next 20 years. So much bigger library, high-tech, state-of-the-art library. And I think in about 60 days, we're going to be breaking ground. So this could not come at a better time for all three libraries, for the city of Madison, because we need this help in putting a brand new library together. So again, thank you to Joe and your entire team for your support of our libraries and what you're doing today, because it's going to make a lot more citizens happy throughout all of our communities. So I'm proud to be here with today, and again, thank you all, Redstone Federal Credit Union, for what you're doing. And I'd like to turn it over to Ms. Laurel Best to kind of close us out.
Thank you. On behalf of all 12 branches of the library and the branch managers, we can't tell you how much we thank Redstone for the vote of confidence in our library as a vital community resource. I also want to thank the library board. They are volunteers who govern us. Almost all of them are here today, so please, if you're a library board member, Doug, Melissa, please raise your hand so we can acknowledge you. And thank you for your service. Cutter Hughes, who they lead us through all of this. They make all of this possible, and so we thank them for their service to the library and to the community. And also thank you to Mayor Battle and Mayor Trulock for your continuing support. You entrust us with public resources, and I know those tax dollars are not easy to find, and so thank you very much. We really appreciate all of your support. And Phil Riddick and the County Commission, this wouldn't be happening without your support, so thank you very much. And again to Redstone Federal Credit Union, wow, this is just amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, on this day before Election Day, all the politicians here, except for re-election, has got one consistent message: go vote tomorrow. And I want to thank you for coming out on this very special occasion today. I'm reminded, and I don't really know if it's a true story, my mother told it to me. She was a retired teacher at Huntsville. She said the first thing Von Braun did is go get a library card. And I'm seeing a lot of shakes, so that must be true, right? But anyway, thank you so much to listen to our love story, our love for the library, all of our love for the library. And y'all have a great day. Thank you.